Ever work the night shift? There's a special kind of quiet that falls over the world. A silence that can feel either peaceful or deeply unsettling. For some, that silence is shattered by things they can't explain. Tonight, we're diving into 4 true, disturbing stories from people who learned that when the sun goes down, you're never really alone. Our first story comes from a security guard named Mark, who was assigned to an old, abandoned textile mill. The place was massive, dark, and had a reputation for being haunted. One night, around 3 a.m., Mark was doing his rounds on the 5th floor. He heard what sounded like heavy machinery starting up on the floor below, a deafening grinding and clanking. He radioed his supervisor, who told him it was impossible. All the equipment had been disconnected years ago. As Mark cautiously made his way to the 4th floor, the noise abruptly stopped. The room was silent and still, thick with dust, but in the center of the floor, he saw fresh, heavy footprints leading to a massive loom, and then just stopping. There was no other way in or out. He never finished his patrol of that floor again. Next, we have a story from a nurse, Chloe, working the graveyard shift in a hospital's geriatric wing. Most of her patients were asleep, but one elderly woman, Mrs. Gable, was always awake, staring at the corner of her room. One night, Chloe asked her what she was looking at. Mrs. Gable, who rarely spoke, whispered, "The tall man is waiting." Chloe, a bit spooked, just brushed it off. A few hours later, the call button for Mrs. Gable's room went off. When Chloe entered, the room was freezing cold. Mrs. Gable was gone. They searched the entire hospital, but she had vanished. The chilling part. The window in her room, which was always kept locked, was wide open. The hospital was on the 10th floor. Mrs. Gable was never found. Our third tale is from a gas station attendant named Leo. His station was on a lonely stretch of highway, miles from the nearest town. One rainy night, a sleek, black vintage car pulled up to the pump, but no one got out. After about 10 minutes, Leo walked out to see if they needed help. The windows were tinted so dark he couldn't see inside. He tapped on the driver's side window. "Everything okay in there?" he asked. There was no response. He tapped again, harder. Suddenly, the passenger window rolled down just a crack. A voice, raspy and dry, whispered, "We don't need gas. We just needed to stop." Before Leo could ask what that meant, the window rolled up, and the car sped off into the night, its engine making no sound at all. Leo stood there, soaked and confused. The next morning, he heard on the news that a family had gone missing on that same highway the night before. Their car was found abandoned, but they were gone. Finally, we have a story from a janitor, Frank, who cleaned a downtown office building. One night, he was buffing the floors in a law firm on the 22nd floor. He was alone, or so he thought. As he worked, he kept seeing a flicker of movement in the reflection of the polished marble floors. A small, childlike figure darting between the desks. He'd stop, and the reflection would be empty. He tried to ignore it, his heart pounding. Then, he heard a little girl's giggle echo from manager's office. He slowly pushed the door open. The room was empty, but on the large mahogany desk, someone had used their finger to write, "Play with me," in the dust. Frank packed up his cart, took the elevator down, and never came back. 4 jobs, 4 nights, 4 encounters that blur the line between our world and ... Something else. What really lurks in the shadows when the rest of the world is asleep. Maybe some things are better left unknown. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed these stories, don't forget to like and subscribe for more chills. Sleep tight.